Welcome back to WagerTalk.com. Monday Night Football action. We've got the Washington Redskins against the Dallas Cowboys, and how about them Cowboys? 6-1, Brian. They're rolling. They dodged a colossal flat spot last week off of the Seattle win. Got the job done. Win by 10 points, laying a number that on game day absolutely crashed. The money came pouring in on the New York Giants on Sunday, and the Giants were in. I mean, it was a 10-point game, but this was a game that hinged on a couple turnovers at the wrong time. Dallas capitalized, and the Giants just couldn't overcome it. And once again, the Cowboys ran the football 156 yards on the ground. This team just continues to dominate games on the ground, and that's why they're playing well.
Yeah, they're playing well. The public has bought into Dallas for the last few weeks. The wise guys, as you pointed out, dropping all the way down to 4.5, were not buying in. I had 7 with the Giants in that game. I thought it was looking pretty good, at least for the push. It didn't work out that way, but you know, Dallas has done anything that people have been expected. They've been winning at places that were tough to play at. They've been winning in bad situations. Last week, I mean, Handicapping 101 says you'd be all over the Giants in that game, and I believe we had a video on that
I had the video,
week.
and I went a step further. Not only did I have the Giants on the video here, I took the under in last week's game, and I thought I was a stone cold under in the game until the turnovers. You know, just the quick scores. You know, turnovers affect games. We all know that. But as far as totals go, turnovers can affect them more than anything else, because if you're driving down the field and you turn the ball over deep in the other team's territory, obviously that's killing an over. But if you turn the ball over in your territory and give the other team a short field and they get a quick score, obviously, and is what happened to me, sent that game over the total. And nobody kicked a field goal in the game.
Yeah,
every score, you know, or the one field goal at the end, was, you know, just to get it to the two mark.
Yeah,
the
to get
two
to the
scores.
10. Yeah. And we saw it again on Monday Night Football with the Pittsburgh situation. I mean, it's 24 points in 3 minutes or whatever it was. And, yeah, so that turned an under into an over, which brings me to my thought process in this game. We've gone against Dallas, at least I know I have a few times this year, and they continue to bite me, so I will not be going against Dallas here. But I do not want to play on the Washington Redskins. Colt McCoy is going to be the starting quarterback, and being a former Clevelander myself, he played for Cleveland. Actually, he played pretty well in Cleveland. But he's not a great quarterback. But when you take a look at what Washington has had, is it really much of a drop-off? I mean, passing-wise, they've been a pretty good passing team all year long. I'm going to look for play this game over the total, and I'm doing it now, putting it out now, because you know everybody and their brother who have won these nationally televised games all year long are going to put that money that they won back on the over. It's going to continue to go up. And you take a look at Washington, you know, they're going to put points on the board, even with Colt McCoy. You know, I'm listening to ESPN and some of the other television shows. They keep talking about the Dallas defense being much improved. Look at the stats. Dallas defense is not much improved. What has been improved is the offense runs the football. They dominate time of possession, so the defense isn't on the field as long. When they are on the field, they're just as inept this year as they've been in the past. Right. They're just not on the field as long, and that's the way Dallas should have played the last couple of years. So I think Washington put some points on the board because I don't like this Dallas defense, and Dallas should be able to run all over this Washington defense.
The concern, you know, with Washington is, Colt McCoy does, now that Dallas looked and saw the, we got some steam coming in. Brian's got some steam coming in for us. With the situation, it's so much different when you come in the second half of the game. The other team's unprepared for you. You know, your tendencies might be a little bit different. Now that he is the starter and people are going to see what they did last week in, you know, the second half, does that help Dallas in preparation, knowing he's going to be the starter?
Yeah, definitely. It definitely does help. I believe that was Doug Kazarian, one of our friends that's now on ESPN, calling to yell at me for making fun of the ESPN announcers talking about Dallas defense being good. But, yeah, when you see somebody, obviously you've got tape on him, but he's been around the league a long time. They know all about him. And it's not like this Washington offense was very complicated with the last quarterback they had. So they basically made everything as simple as possible, because when you come into the season and you got RG3, I mean, you base your offense on that. and your other backup quarterbacks do not have the ability that RG3 has, at least running the football. So they've been very vanilla offensively anyway. So I don't know if that's going to make much of a difference.
All right, Brian says to take the over on Monday Night Football. I know the sportsbook operators around town are saying, could we please have an under on one of these nationally televised games, because they have just been getting pounded. And at some point in time, it is going to reverse itself for the season, Brian. This just doesn't happen on these primetime games like this, every single one of them. But Brian says take the over. I'm on the fence right now for Monday Night Football. But I do want to tell you, Monday night, after Monday, it's not done. Go check out wagertalk.com on Tuesdays. It's $2 Tuesday. Every Tuesday, we're going to pick one of our featured cappers. We're going to give away one of his best bets for just $2. Check it out each and every Tuesday, $2 Tuesdays at wagertalk.com. Guys, that wraps it up for this week. Hope you have a great week. Cash a lot of tickets. He's Brian Leonard. I'm Marco D'Angelo. We'll be back next week. We'll break down some more college and pro games for you. Enjoy your weekend, guys. Talk to you next week.